Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Monday.
Did you enjoy your extra hour yesterday when the clocks went
Why are you talking to me? Actually, I did. You know what?
Why?
I kind of didn't sleep well last night, and I think it's because I got that extra hour.
Extra hour the night before.
Seriously, thank you, Mr. Time Savings Guy, whatever.
Just a reminder also that when you set your clocks back, that's also the time you're supposed to check the batteries, or change the batteries rather, in your smoke detectors and CO2 detectors. This is Carbon Monoxide Awareness Week, I believe. Carbon dioxide? Dioxide? Monoxide? Which one is it?
CO.
Yeah, it's CO. That's monoxide.
CO2.
CO2 is dioxide because there's two of them, right? I don't know. Look at me pretending I know science. Anyway, yes, Erin Gravel is going to be on the show this week on Wednesday to talk about some tips in fire safety and carbon monoxide and all that kind of stuff.
And we want to say a huge thank you, speaking of safety, to KC Security for sponsoring the show for us every morning. We certainly appreciate
you. That's what we appreciate you about you, KC Security.
Yes. Thanks so much.
Remember the good old days? 2008, on this date, Barack Obama was elected the first African-American president in U.S. history, defeating John McCain. And now look where we are.
That held so much hope, didn't it?
Yeah. It's taken a long time to undo everything he did.
Yep.
Donald Trump. Okay, so I got to talk about it because I just find it's remarkable to me that he was at a rally. I don't know what state or city he was in. November the 1st, he was at a rally and he's standing up there and he's bragging about his new wall that's going up. And did we want concrete, and did we want rebar and concrete, and did we want steel? And yes, we wanted all those things, so our wall is made from all of those things. And the next day it was reported that there have been some bandits who have been using reciprocating saws to cut through pieces of the fence that he calls a wall. So then he was asked by a reporter, how do you feel about the reports coming in that people are cutting through pieces of your wall? He said, I hadn't heard that. And they said, oh, well, it's being reported that they are. And he said, well, no wall is impenetrable. And that's why we made it that way, so that if it gets cut through, we can just replace the pieces that get cut through. Thank you very much.
He can lie on his feet like nobody I know.
Honest to Pete.
It just astounds me. It just blows my mind.
Never stops.
Unbelievable. And keeps getting away with it.
He makes my blood pressure rise.
He does.
And
yeah,
it's check your blood pressure day.
Oh, it is?
It is. So check your blood pressure. Do you know what the ideal blood pressure is?
120/80?
Oh my gosh, Lou. Ding, 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 ding,
is
ding,
it?
ding. Yes, you win health.
Oh, excellent. 120/80.
You're absolutely right. And do you know what those numbers mean?
Not a clue.
That's why I'm here.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so
here.
Systolic pressure, systolic and diastolic are the two different measurements. Systolic is the 120. That is the pressure against your arteries when your heart is pumping. 120, 120, 120.
Okay.
80 is the diastolic. That's when it's at rest. So it goes 120, 80, 120, 80. When your heart beats, the pressure should be 120. When your heart's at rest, the pressure should be 80.
So that's why those numbers are so important, because if they're too high here and too low here, then...
High blood pressure, right? Or low blood pressure.
Yes. I'm a low blood pressure person.
Are you?
I am. Yes. You?
I think I'm just fabulous.
Just ask me and I'll tell you.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
I have no issues with blood pressure. I mean, I get red in the face.
That's when you laugh
I'm Irish, and my ears turn red when I'm angry.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. Like a little devil.
I can account for part of that.
Hey, you know what happened today in history? And
what?
I don't have the year.
Oh, your poppy's coming off.
Oh,
excuse me.
I got a poopy poppy.
Got a poopy poppy.
I don't have the date that this happened. It was, I think, in the 1800s. A guy named James Ritty. He patented the first cash register.
Oh.
In Dayton, Ohio. You know why?
What year?
I forgot to write it down. I think it was the 1800s. I'll double check. Holy. But anyway, his name was James Ritty, and he did it because bartenders were stealing from his saloon.
Oh.
They were stealing cash.
He needed to keep track.
Keep track of the sales.
And those old ones, right?
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Ka-ching. I mean, it felt like you had to jump on those keys to...
I loved cash registers when I was a child.
Did you?
Oh, I loved to play with cash registers. I had toy cash registers. My grandfather had an adding machine from his jewelry store, and I'd play with that. I loved all that stuff.
Really?
I like to play store. Is that the guy that did it, James Ritty?
Look at James.
Hi, James. Thanks for all the fun I had playing with your cash registers when I was a child.
You're a hoot, James.
I wonder what year that was.
He'd be fun at a party, wouldn't he?
Also on this day in history,
yes,
1963, the year after I was born. By the way, my birthday's November the 6th. It's this week, so feel free to send presents. John Lennon was at a Royal Variety performance, and he said this famous
Royal
Variety performance. You know, where the Queen and everybody's there, like the Royal Variety Show in 1963 in London. And he said this from the stage: "Will the people in the cheaper seats clap your hands? And for the rest of you, if you'll just rattle your jewelry."
Really? Good for him.
Rattle your jewelry.
That's funny.
I know. Katy Perry's in it again.
Oh man,
Katy Perry.
She's getting sued left, right, and center.
Another lawsuit.
Yeah.
And this one is again over royalties, but a different kind. I guess in 2016, on October the 29th, Halloween, she was dressed up as Hillary Clinton. And her friend, Michael Kives, anyway, he was dressed as Bill Clinton, and her now beau, Orlando Bloom, tagged along. He was dressed as Donald Trump. So the three of them were all out, and the paparazzi caught their pictures, right? But the pictures are owned by a company called Black Grid. They're an entertainment news agency. They own the rights to the photos. That's her.
Wow. She even remember that.
She even wrinkled her neck and everything. Like she applied latex to wrinkle her neck and everything.
So how can a company own the pictures?
They own the rights to those photos. So if
only because they took that
because
photo?
They took them, and they I guess, and because they're a company, right? So wouldn't their photos be their property?
I would think.
So here's what they did. Katie kept posting them. She kept using the photos every once in a while. She posted them, and they'd get a hold of her people and say, "Hey, those belong to us. Feel free to use them, but you got to pay a licensing fee."
Right.
We'll let you use those photos if you pay us a licensing
fee. Seems fair, right?
Well, she didn't think that she should do that. So anyway, she just did it again on their Instagram. She posted it again, and they have now slapped her with a lawsuit for $150,000.
Oh my goodness.
She has 86.2 million followers on Instagram.
Whoa. That's almost as many viewers as we have of the show. 86 million.
86
Try
million.
and keep up with us, Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry. Unconditional. 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 Anyway.
He doesn't like the way she emphasizes things.
Her syllables. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not. That's okay. It's cheap writing. Demi Lovato again in the news. Gave her first interview, first full interview. Teen Vogue. Okay, now do you see Teen Vogue? You don't go on Twitter very often, do you?
No.
Teen Vogue has some really great writers.
Yeah?
Some really great articles. Seriously, like
good.
topical and Anyway, I didn't read this article. I just read about it. So Demi Lovato gave an interview for Teen Vogue. It was a Teen Vogue Summit in Los Angeles on Saturday. There she is. She's looking great.
Oh, she is.
So she's talking about what she's learned over the last couple of years because,
my goodness.
Well, she's struggled with mental health issues and with addiction and eating disorders for a number of years.
Yes.
And then, of course, there was an overdose that happened, which landed her in a facility, and she's been doing a lot of really great work, I guess.
And is very vocal so that she can help, which is awesome.
Yep. So she's talking about what she's learned about her body positivity. And that
that's a struggle, man. Wow, that's hard.
That she has to face the fact that she's only human, that she can't please everybody, that she has to live life for herself. And she said, I need you people to remember something. I'm a singer.
Interesting.
Well, see, that's the whole part of it, is that they put all this pressure.
I'm a singer.
I'm just a singer. I just want to perform music. I don't want to be anything other than just like...
She very recently, beginning of the summer, posted a picture of herself getting out of the pool, and she's insisted that it not be photoshopped. And it indicated she had some cellulite in the back of her thighs and stuff, and she just said, you got to be proud of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of my cellulite.
I'm so proud of mine. I plant flowers in mine. I do. They grow good too. You should see that. They just sprout.
Gosh, Luann.
Yeah.
We have a really great show today. Women in Crisis. There's a lot of stuff going on with Women in Crisis. this month in particular. So we've got 2 different segments with Women in Crisis.
Awesome.
Both really beautiful. I mean, considering the gravity of the situation and the work that they do, really uplifting.
And they're so energized by these projects. I just love listening to them.
Yeah. And then, of course, as always,
I will have the news.
my friend Luann has the news, so stay with us on this Monday morning. It's Mornings with Luann and Tim, and on TV. We'll be right back after this.
Last year we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. We're grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
That's good.
Welcome back. It's Monday morning. Ladies, thanks for being here again. It's Erin and Sarah from Women in Crisis.
Thanks for having us, Tim.
Okay, new campaign coming out.
Yes.
It involves roses.
Roses, and they're so beautiful.
Red roses for... Okay, how do we get the roses? What's going on? Tell me the story.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to, so we're basically what we are doing for X amount of years, and I'm saying X because I don't know the exact number, don't ask me.
Okay.
We have honored the 14 women that lost their life due to gender-based violence on December 6th at the Montreal Massacre.
So that was, okay, am I right? Was it a college in Montreal?
Yes.
It was a college,
yes.
And he targeted women.
Right.
14 of them, and we have like the 16 days of activism. That ends on the anniversary of the massacre, correct?
Close.
I'm close. Okay.
It ends on December 10th, which is Human Rights Day.
Oh, Human Rights
So
Day.
the 16 days of now we're getting people confused, but the 16 days of activism starts on November 25th and goes to December 10th.
Okay.
So what we're doing though
But you're honoring the memory of the women who were massacred
on December 6th.
On December the 6th.
Yes.
Got it.
So we've always done a memorial service.
Like what'd you do in the past?
So every year we would have a memorial service where we would have a guest speaker. We would have a video just to honor the women that lost their lives.
Right.
We would talk about what we still need to do for change and what we have done for change. And we would have roses put out for them, and we would light a candle in their honor every year.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's different this year?
So this year we decided to extend it essentially. So in 1991, they started with these rose button, the rose button campaign, and so they would hand out these rose buttons to everybody, and they would want them to wear them just to honor the memory of these 14 women. So we've kind of taken that idea and we've extended it a little bit, and so what we're doing is throughout the 16 days of activism, we are going to give actual 16 roses in a long white box. There's something about roses in a long white box.
Right.
But we're going to give that to 16 women in our community that have been nominated by community members for their strength, their courage, their work towards ending violence against women, and or their dedication towards bringing change for the future.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
So we're hoping that in doing this twofold, we're still honoring the memory of those 14 women that lost their lives. And secondly, we're trying to really just
shine the light on those that are making change.
Yeah.
So instead of only focusing on what needs to be done and what we have to do for change, it's letting the community know that there are lots of people out there every day that are doing these things to initiate change, and we want to acknowledge them.
Okay, that's beautiful. Wow. Okay, so we're looking for nominees. Is that the idea right now? Is we've got a number of days before this campaign actually starts, and before you start handing out the roses, we need some people to come forward and nominate some people in the community. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So
how do we do
nominations
that?
close on November 15th.
Okay, this is only the 4th today. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, we got 11 days to get the nominations in.
So they can go on our website at womenincrisis.ca, and when they right on our homepage, they'll see the 16 Days of Activism Rose campaign. They can read all about it, and then there's a nomination form that they can complete.
They just complete the nomination form right there online.
Right there online,
Easy
yes.
peasy.
Yes.
Okay, then here's an interesting angle. I believe you're making arrangements with our buddy Trina in the office here to have a camera person
go
with. Is it going to be Women in Crisis staff that's going to hand out the roses to the recipients?
It's actually going to be our 2 sexual assault crisis counselors that are going to be making the presentation.
Are you one of those?
I am one of those, yes.
You are, Sarah, and who's the other one, Jenna?
Yes.
You and Jenna are going to go with the roses and hand them out over the how many days, sorry?
The 16 days.
It is over 16 days, and you're giving out
16 bouquets of red roses.
It's bouquets of roses.
16 bouquets of 16 red. Did I say that right?
So our camera person is going to come with you.
Yes.
And capture the moments when those people receive their roses.
Right.
And we're going to air those on the morning show and throughout the day on TV, because we'd like to lend our support to activism and awareness, and certainly about the helping bring an end to gender-based violence.
Which we're very grateful for.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what sorts of, do you have anybody, like not specific people in mind, but what sorts of fields do you see these women in, or are they everywhere in the community that are doing this work? Volunteers, everything?
The thing that's so beautiful about it is that they are everywhere, right? It can be somebody that's a survivor of abuse and that is moving forward in their lives and teaching their children that abuse isn't okay, and that if you find yourself in that situation, you can leave, right? It can be an agency member that does the work every day and everything in between.
Wow, okay. Now here's a question I didn't ask you beforehand, and I'm a little nervous to ask it now. Can a guy be nominated, or is this is for women?
Yes.
That's okay.
And we did talk about it because there are incredible men that are, and we've talked about this so many times, that the fight to end gender-based violence cannot be done by women alone.
Right.
This is a joint community effort. But for this specific campaign,
because this was originally about the victims, the female victims in Montreal. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at you.
Thank you.
That's okay. I believe all the men will support you on this one. Okay, so once again, the website is
womenincrisis.ca.
Okay, and by November the 11th.
November 15th.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
getting all my dates wrong.
It's Monday.
November the 15th. You have 11 days. That's what I was thinking about.
That's where it's 11. Yes,
okay.
11 days.
All right. Now, and later on in the show,
yes,
I have a young lady coming on that you told me about.
Sophie.
So that's okay. No, you're allowed to say your name. So, Sophie, you have another campaign going on, Ribbons of Hope.
Yes, we started the Ribbons of Hope campaign actually just last week. We officially launched it.
You launched it last week. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So Sophie's going to come on the show for the second half and talk about what she did to help support the Ribbons of Hope campaign.
Yes.
All right.
Which is lovely.
All right. So we're going to be back with Luann after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and stay tuned for more from Women in Crisis. And don't forget, get those nominations in. Just go to their webpage, fill out the form, and you can see your friends receiving their roses right here on TV on the morning show. We'll be back after this.
This is On TV.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Did you ever get into watching Lost?
No. Was that the way they were all on an island?
Yeah.
I never watched it.
So intriguing. Such an interesting concept. One of the main actresses, Evangeline Lilly, gorgeous, gorgeous woman, cute freckles and stuff, and awesome actress. Well, she has recently shaved her head.
Why?
Well, she's not really saying. She's just, and she did it one half one day, and then the next day went on social media and did.
She did one half?
The next half. And of course she looks gorgeous. She's a bag. I bet she has fat ankles. I betcha. But she, some people are thinking that maybe it's for her new role in a romantic dramedy.
Oh, of course, with all because nothing like a romance with a bald woman.
Well, Happy Life, unless she's sick.
Well, oh, well, that's bald is beautiful, actually.
Actually, I think bald is beautiful.
There was a lady who was on So You Think You Can Dance, 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 and she had a shaved head, and she was stunning.
Yeah, some people
can pull it off, though.
Yeah,
you know what? I could.
No, I don't think I could.
I have a flat spot on the top of my head. I could balance. I can like carry trays of things up there.
Really?
So I don't think it would look good if it were shaved.
Well, so now there's something you can look forward to doing when you lose this gig.
Do Do you say if it was or if it were?
Oh gosh, I don't know now. If it was.
If it were. If it were is correct.
If it were.
Were. If it's
give me a context.
I wish it were. If it were. Anything that isn't and might be, you have to say were, not was. That's grammatical. So you can't say, I wish I was a rich man. That's wrong. If I were a rich man. If I were a rich man. Not if I was a rich man.
I wish I were a rich man.
I wish I were a rich man. If I were a rich man. Anytime where it's like iffy or wishy, it's were, not was. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Did you care?
I saw a really amazing thing on Netflix last night based on a Broadway play that I'd never heard of called American Son. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Compelling, amazing acting, amazing writing. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yes. Watch it. And it's about, what's going on? We're flickering. Somebody pay the PUC bill for crying in the wilderness. There they are. So, I won't even tell you the story, but I'll tell you it's about race, and it is wild.
Awesome.
And she, the character there, she talks about her being really anal when it comes to like grammar and stuff.
Oh, yes.
And we were watching it, and Keith was sort of giving me the eye, like,
like you are.
Like, because I am like that. I got that from my father.
See, I am, but I don't vocalize it. Unless it's my kids.
It used to make my sisters crazy. If they had friends come over and they used improper grammar, my father would correct them.
What's your biggest pet peeve grammar mistake?
Use.
I was just going to say, how are yous doing?
Use is not a word. And when they actually spell it Y-O-U-S-E, I'm like, now you've made up a spelling to make yourself feel better about using a word that doesn't exist?
Yeah, thank yous for your service.
Yeah. My father would actually, in our household, we were not allowed to say the word yeah.
Ah.
Yes. You never said yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. Yes, you did.
And if someone said your name, like Tim, you didn't say what. You never responded to somebody calling you with a what, because that just sounded so
abrupt
rude.
And rude.
Yes. You said
and it does. And it does. I remember saying that to my kids. What? Because they get to an age, right?
It's a good, I don't know if I had, so yeah, if I had children, I'd probably just, I always say that when you're in a restaurant and the kids start screaming, that's when I say, if I were a parent, that's the point where the kid goes in the trunk of the car. Like I just would not be, I would not be a good parent. That's why I'm a great uncle, but I'm a crappy daddy.
Kris Jenner is so thrilled with O.J. Simpson.
Wait, what?
So on Keeping Up with the Kardashians,
O.J. Simpson murdered Kris Jenner's like best friend.
Yeah, so she was going through the trauma of the anniversary of her best friend dying and stuff. Yeah, very recently. And she said it's just absolutely abhorrent. How can any human being keep taking this kind of abuse? Apparently, there was a rumor that her and O.J. did it in a hot tub. And she completely denies that, always has. And she's flattered and thrilled because he has come out and said, yeah, nothing happened. Because he's so reliable. She's calm now. She's good. She's okay because O.J. said, yeah, it didn't happen. What a world we don't live in. Thank goodness. Who's coming up now?
Well, the news.
Oh, yeah, me.
Stay tuned. Luann has the news, both local and across the world, coming up for you on Mornings with Luann and Tim. And then Women in Crisis returns for part 2 of our interview. Be right back after this.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
An on-TV viewer sent in these photos from the Hayden area, where over 20 centimeters of snow had accumulated to that point this weekend. In addition to often whiteout conditions, the wet and heavy snow made for some slick driving conditions as motorists attempted to get out of their driveways and transit area roadways. According to weather forecasts, the area could see up to an additional 20 centimeters of snow mixed with rain over the next week as temperatures hover around the freezing mark. City councillors Matthew Shoemaker and Corey Gardy are bringing forth a resolution during tonight's council meeting to implement free all-day parking for veterans with a Poppy license plate on Remembrance Day. The resolution reads that the City of Sault Ste. Marie currently offers 2-hour free parking at municipal parking lots and on-street parking spaces to veterans who have the Poppy license plates throughout the year. The resolution also indicates that on Remembrance Day, events in the downtown core honoring the sacrifices of veterans are often longer than 2 hours. Another of Councillor Matthew Shoemaker's concerns is the number of shopping carts on city streets. Councillor Matthew Shoemaker is bringing forward a resolution at tonight's council meeting, hoping to clear up this nuisance. Seconded by Councillor Marchie Bruni, Shoemaker's resolution states that it is a civic responsibility of all businesses and residents in the City of Sault Ste. Marie to maintain the property standards and beauty of our city. Many retail stores use local services to retrieve and recover shopping carts. However, certain stores don't, which then requires taxpayer-funded public works employees to do it. Shoemaker and Bruni want both the legal and public works departments to come up with a drafted bylaw to help mitigate this issue, indicating that retailers should develop a shopping cart management plan for the retrieval and return of abandoned shopping carts or face penalties. New restrictions on the use of cell phones in classrooms across Ontario go into effect today. The directive says students can only use personal mobile devices during instructional time if it's for educational purposes, for health or medical purposes, or for special needs. Some schools already have similar policies, but the directive sets a provincial standard. Doug Ford's Progressive Conservative government conducted education consultations last year, and respondents overwhelmingly favored some sort of restriction on phones in class. A 2015 London School of Economics and Political Science paper found that students' performance in high-stakes exams significantly increases with a ban on mobile phones. U.S. President Trump is continuing his calls to publicly identify the whistleblower that started the impeachment inquiry.
He gave a very inaccurate report. And as you know, certain of the media released information about a man that they said was the whistleblower. I don't know if that's true or not. But what they said is he's an Obama person. It was involved with Brennan, Susan Rice, which means Obama. But he was like a big anti-Trump person, hated Trump, and they said terrible things. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but that was reported by some of the media, so you'll have to find out. I don't know why the media is not on it, because the whistleblower gave a very inaccurate report about my phone call. My phone call was perfecto.
past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
That's good.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
There seemed like there was a lot more cans in here.
Do you know where Judith is?
I haven't seen her, but I think we should just get this done and put these in the Lincoln.
Sure.
Okay.
Marcy, have you seen Judith? I know, actually, I haven't. Mike, have you seen Judith?
I think she went that way.
Thanks.
Josh, have you seen Judith?
I don't know where Judith is.
Do you need a hand with that?
No way.
Judith!
Phone up through the back of my tie, all lined up nice, so that you don't see all the wires. And I'm saying, like, I have to get my microphone through this little hoop at the back. Why do I have the big bulbous windscreen microphone? And she said,
to match your ego.
This is what I put up with on a Monday morning under the abuse that I tolerate.
You should hear what I say off air.
And then we just found out the lights all flickered in here, and then we smelled like an electrical something or other.
Yeah,
and
so we could blow up any minute.
No, and it turns out there's the fan in the ladies' washroom has seized. And I said, well, let that poor fan out of the washroom. let her come and watch the show, and maybe she'll relax.
Maybe she'll chill.
Maybe she'll unseize.
Do you remember Halloween?
I do. It was just a few days ago.
We had a contest going. We were asking for your pictures of your costume or your kids' costumes.
I'm disappointed the duck never sent one in. Now, when I told you I had like 150 kids, right?
Yes.
The favorite costume. At one point, we were standing in the driveway. We look up the street, and we see this giant white duck.
A white duck?
Walking in the other direction. I'm like, look at that duck. It never came to our house. Why is that? I want the duck to come here. Well, I guess it was going up the street and then back down again. So eventually the duck did arrive. The funniest, it was an inflatable duck. There was a kid inside of it holding on to a little thing. A duck, like a duck.
Cute.
And I said, this is my favorite costume so far. Please send a picture of your duck to, and they didn't do it. So the duck, you did not win. So you don't enter, you don't win.
See how that works?
Who
it's
won?
a contest, after all.
We have the winner.
We have a couple of pictures from Amanda Slack. Cute as all get out.
Where are the pictures?
Wait till you see these. These are just
my
adorable.
Goodness! What is that? What is that guy? Is he a superhero?
Superman.
And who's the girl? What's she wearing? Like, is she a zombie princess?
Like a prom dress, like a zombie.
Is it a zombie prom dress? I can't. Is that what that is? Yeah. Sophie? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a zombie prom dress. They didn't win.
Very cute. No, they didn't win. Janet McClellan went as a genie. Look at her.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that awesome?
Janet.
She's from Deborah.
Is she?
She is.
Well, she's coming to town.
She's got a lot of time on her hands in Deborah.
She's coming to town because she's won 4 tickets to see my... 4?
You have such good connections in this community.
Janet, you won 4. Well, she's coming all the way in from Deborah. Janet, you won 4 tickets to the production of The Addams Family, the musical, which is going on in May. Auditions are in January, and I'm directing. So come, hey Janet, maybe you want to be in the show. I mean, if you're good at that, makeup like that,
Janet,
you could be, Morticia or something. Yeah, or bring a dead relative.
Or bring your dead relative.
No, be a dead relative.
Oh, I thought you said bring your dead relative.
No, in the museum.
I'm like, why? You got free tickets. You got free tickets. Bring your dead people. Bring your, we'll just chop them up.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, just jingle their jewelry like John Lennon said.
Jingle jewelry.
No, bring your relative. You could audition because in the show, you see, there's the 10 lead characters and then there's 10 ensemble members who are the chorus, and they play all the dead relatives of the in the Addams Family history.
Oh,
so they're all in like period costumes as ghosts, and they do the set, and they do all the court where they have to sing and dance.
Oh, I can't do that.
There you go.
I could dance.
You could just be in the audience with Janet McClellan and her dead relatives.
Me and all my friends.
Yeah, you and all your friends.
Do you know who Harry Styles is?
Harry Styles is a British singer.
Yes. And he has a new mystery project on
cute as the dickens.
He is so cute and talented.
And what's he doing?
The former One Direction member tweeted yesterday, teasing a little bit, that he has a new website.
The Harry Styles website?
TPWK. So what you do is you go to the website.
Toilet Paper Wild Kingdom.
No. You go to the website.
Look at how cute he is. There he is, Harry Styles.
Yeah. And then this black and white poster comes up, and it just says, "Get ready for TPWK." So TPWK is treat people with kindness.
Oh, treat people with kindness. Look who's talking. She says I have a big ego.
Right.
And she says treat people with kindness.
Treat people with kindness.
I know someone who treats people with kindness. Her name is Sophie, and she's my next guest, Sophie Flamia. Wait until you hear this story. She's fabulous. 12 years old. Love her. Be right back with a nice girl.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
I wanna let go. I wanna let go.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
See, here she is. This is Sophie Flamia. I told you she was lovely. 12 years old.
Yeah.
Just when, though?
October 15th.
October the 15th, you turned 12.
Yes.
Now, there's a tree right here that everybody can see with the hope, Ribbons of Hope on it, right? Let's talk about what this campaign is. Ribbons of Hope. What is it about?
Well,
people can buy these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These.
And it's $25?
Yeah.
And then they get that thing and they can give it as a gift or something? Or they can keep it for themselves?
Yeah.
And the $25 goes to?
Women in Crisis.
Women in Crisis.
Yeah.
And so you had an idea. What was your idea?
So instead of all my friends giving me presents for my birthday, I decided for all of them to donate to Women in Crisis.
That is wonderful. So you were saying Sophie's very popular. She has to have 2 birthday parties to all of her friends. I mean, I don't know what that's like. Because you have dance friends.
Yes.
From where?
Studio Dance Arts.
Hi, Richard Kim. Hi, Miss Tanya. Studio Dance Arts. So you have 1 birthday party for your dance friends?
Yes.
And 1 birthday party for?
School friends.
School friends.
Yes.
Okay, so for the dance party, what did you do?
Well, we made up dances.
I love that. You made up dances and you partied.
Yes.
And did a lot of your friends buy the Ribbons of Hope for you instead of presents?
Yes.
They did, eh?
Yeah, they donated in honor of my name.
In your name?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yes. And so then you had the second party and your school friends did the same. Oh, yes. Tell me about, because your mother works at Women in Crisis.
No, my aunt.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I tried to stump you, but you were right on the ball there, Sophie. Okay, so your aunt works with Women in Crisis, so this is one of the reasons why you got the idea too, right? So tell me about the invitations. I love this.
Okay, so Women in Crisis made my invitations for my friends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I asked Erin when we were in commercial break, I said, that's so nice that you did that. Would you do that if another girl had a birthday party and wanted her friends? And Erin said that Women in Crisis would do the invitations if another girl like you wanted to be a role model and do the same thing. Okay, now, tell the audience, now you can look right at the main camera, tell the audience how much money did you raise for Ribbons of Hope for Women, through Ribbons of Hope for Women in Crisis?
I made over $300.
That's amazing! See how many, now, that, and the invitations went to your friends' mothers, right?
Yes.
Or parents, whatever.
Yeah.
So they knew in advance. And then I asked you, now tell me the truth, did some of your friends still bring you presents even though they donated?
Yes.
That's a really great friend. That's okay. So you were the first person for this year's camp. This is the first campaign, right? This is the first year we're ever doing Ribbons of Hope, and you were the first person to donate.
Yes.
Over $300.
Yeah.
Amazing, Sophie. Now, do you know where that kind of money, where that money would go to Women in Crisis? How they would use the funds that you raised?
Yeah, they would put it towards like all the women and the children there.
Yeah. Have you been to the Women in Crisis?
Yes.
What do you think of that place?
It's very comfortable.
It is comfortable. It feels safe there, eh? And they have nice living areas and kitchen areas, and there's rooms for the kids to play in and everything, and the services are all right there, and yeah, it's wonderful. So, and here's the nice thing about this too. First of all, these are made locally. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Nope.
Yes, they source these out to someone locally to make all these hope things. So what you do is $25 minimum donation. You can donate more if you'd like, and you will, not only will you get one of these beautiful, look at the box it comes in, Sophie. Did your friends all get these?
I'm not sure.
I think they probably would have, because if they donated, then they would get these boxes, and the hope thing is in there, so it's already all wrapped for you if you wanted to. You get that, and you get a tax receipt. Which is great because it helps, you know, reduces the amount of income tax you have to pay. Yeah. Don't worry about that, but sure thing. Good thing for your friends' parents. Now, the other thing is, how do we get these? That's a good question.
Well,
do you know?
You could go to Women in Crisis and say that you donated.
Right, you could go in there and make the donation. You could probably go online. Erin, can we go online? Erin has that womenincrisis.ca. Yeah, go on the website and you'll find the Ribbons of Hope campaign. And you can donate and then raise money. And also, like, what a great, like, look at how it's on the tree. Wouldn't this be beautiful at Christmas time? Well, there you go. So, you can raise money for Women in Crisis and give out Christmas decorations too. Or even just like in a room. Do you have one?
Yep.
Where is it?
It's in my room.
In your room? Do you think you would do this again? Like you said you were thinking about this for a while, right?
Yes.
So, like, how long? Why? Tell me what made you do it this time and not sooner.
Well, it was about my 7th birthday.
You've been a philanthropist for 5 years and you're only 12, okay?
And I didn't think that I was ready, but then this year I knew that I was ready.
You really felt ready to say, okay, I'm going to have a party and I want everything to go to Women in Crisis.
Yeah.
Did you have cakes? Did you get 2 cakes?
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to celebrate. Can I come to your birthday next year?
Sure.
I promise I'll buy whatever you're asking for. So do you think you'll do it again, Sophie, for another event?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. And what do you think? Do you think, what are your friends, what was the reaction from your friends when you said you were doing this? What did they say? What kind of stuff did they say to you?
Well, they didn't really say that much, but they did say, like, how do I do this? But it was...
Oh, they were curious, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe somebody will follow your lead and, you know, do the same thing for Women in Crisis. Say, instead of Christmas presents, make donations in my name. I see that's happening more and more a lot on social media, too.
Yeah.
With people like on Facebook and stuff. And you can choose. I think you can choose your charities and who you want to donate to. So all you have to do is go on, you know, your Twitter account, your Facebook, whatever. I guess you do Snapchat and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I don't do any of that. Instagram, you do that stuff? Yeah, I don't understand any of that, Sophie, frankly. I'm still an old Facebook guy, but I gotta get off of it. So anyway, there you go. If you want more information on the Ribbons of Hope campaign, if you want to be like Sophie, have 2 parties, lots of friends, 2 cakes, and ask your friends to donate. $25 minimum donation, tax receipt, and this beautiful Ribbons of Hope thing. Thank you for being here. What school do you go to?
St. Francis.
St. Francis French Immersion?
Yes.
Who's your favorite teacher?
I like all of them. They're really nice.
Oh, she's such a suck up. You're so good. Good for you. Smart move. What's your favorite subject?
I like math.
You're nuts. Okay, Sophie, nice. She's cute and smart. See, you like math, but I'm a dancer. I can only count to 8. Okay, listen. I'll see you at the recital.
Okay.
Yeah, studio dance starts. Okay, we'll be back with Luann. Oh, Luann has to come back now. Why couldn't we just end the show? We'll be back in a minute. Thanks, Sophie, for being here.
No problem.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
This is On TV.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Women in Crisis, congratulations. Man, they do some awesome work. And that young lady,
Sophie Flamier.
I want to grow up to be just like her. Wow, she's got it together for such a young lady.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I had so much fun with her before we went to air too. We sat and had a great conversation.
She's a doll. She's
really,
a really
well
really
spoken
sweet girl. Yeah, definitely. Huge thank you to KC Security. Before we go for the day, we appreciate your support, you guys, sponsoring the show every.
You're still talking like this.
I'm still saying
KC Security.
I don't know why.
Hey, listen, tomorrow's Tuesday. Will you come back? We're going to be here.
Yeah, come back.
And maybe we'll have the website up and working by then.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
On TV. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.